we thought of making an invention which would make life in society safer and also easier. Robustus, a battery-powered exoskeleton which increases strength and safety. Robustus is aimed for people who are exposed to high radiation, who need extra strength and to increase their safety, such as people working in the military, in fire departments, in construction. As you can see, the market is quite large, as governments, fire departments, construction workers, and nuclear power stations will all benefit from this. We'll mainly be selling this via internet, websites, and also be promoting it with companies and in social media. Now we have Maya, which will be going into further detail.
So, Robustus is a full-body hydraulic battery-powered exoskeleton. It is a human universal load carrier which enables a normal human being uses his own force to lift heavy masses without putting strain on the user's body. So, in the sense that when you lift up the heavy mass, the weight would not be straining the user's body, but instead the weight of the mass will be transferred to the soles, the shoes of the exoskeleton, so as to avoid hindering the user's movement whilst doing the movement. The suit is also suitable for several different terrains, since it serves also as a protective suit with cushionings around the entire suit, which increase the time of impact by the cushioning effect, thus decreasing the force exerted onto the body. It is a highly dexterous suit, therefore being able to augment and improve human performance by increasing strength and endurance. And this is done by means of pressure sensors, which are lined along the entire suit. And then the response from the pressure sensors is then transferred to the amplifier, which is then sent to the analog to digital converter. Thus being able to amplify the force produced by a normal human being. So they would be able, for example, to clear rubble from a dangerous disaster, for example, after an earthquake or an explosion. Also, we have also added biomedical signal processing, such as the respiratory belt here, and a fingertip pulse oximeter, such as this. Which would be installed on the fingertips in the suit, so as to make sure that the suit is not too tight on the person, on the user, even by the mass of the suit, to make sure that it's not too tight, therefore making sure that the breathing patterns remain regular, the circulation is not cut off, and thus making sure that the user remains in a good physical condition to be able to continue doing what he needs to do. Now we're going to have Guzeppi to show us more about the technology.
The suit comes with a head. Now, one problem with the regular construction helmets are that they are on the head, so if they protect you from small rocks, but heavier rocks can break your neck. So we have a helmet that's connected to the suit, so whenever after clearing rubble or on a construction site, if a heavier rock falls on you, the weight of the impact will be given on the suit, not on the human inside. And it has an infrared screen to see if there's movement, there's life on the rubble. It also has a low-power microwave radar to detect small movements, because if there's no hole through the rubble, it is needed so it can pass through and find if there's humans inside. so if there's none, they won't waste time using it. It also has it gets its power from batteries, which are in its not in effect. Between the carbon fiber and are spread around the suit so as to make it less. So if there are falls, it will be protected inside the suit, not as a backpack that one effect can be torn off. It has a screen which gives you all the readings about everything, which can the breathing, the blood pressure, if there's anything under, if there's anything over there, the infrared readings, and now I will be passing on to Nirvana for conclusion.
This invention is the solution to many of the problems that these workers will encounter. So we designed the suit using the material of carbon fiber composite. Now, this is made by combining carbon fiber with a resin, which is basically like a thick, viscous substance, to create a composite material that has a higher performance properties than the individual material on its own. As the name implies, Robustus, it's strong and tough. It's lightweight as well, and it also acts as an electric conductor. It has good vibration damping, so in case the person is hit with rocks or similar, the suit doesn't remain vibrating. It will become damper, and the amplitude of the waves that are created by the hitting will lower. It also has a high corrosive resistance, so it doesn't corrode a lot, very little. It's also self-lubricant. This also strengthens the fact that it doesn't need to be oiled or lubricated as often. And also, if you are running or something like this, you will go faster. It's biologically inert to the exterior of your body, such as example, the skin, so it won't react bad to your skin. It has low abrasion, which is basically similar to low corrosion. It has a low coefficient of thermal expansion, meaning that if it gets heated up, it's not going to expand, it will remain the same size. It also shields from electromagnetic radiation, so some of these radiations are harmful to the body, so it protects us from these. It also has fire extinguishing properties, and so it's fire resistant. So this strengthens the fact why it can be used in the fire department. And it also doesn't absorb water from the environment, and its resistance remains unchanged when it is submerged in water, meaning it can be used in places that are wet. At the beginning, we asked how if you could imagine life with superhumans walking around us. We can make this possible. Thank you.